Hey guys, if your engine runs lean and you suspect a vacuum leak, the first thing to do is to check the live data and watch for the long-term fuel trim and short-term fuel trim. And as you can see, once you get access to these values, you can compare them under some variations. You can, for example, take the car for a drive, especially on this Yaris hybrid, see how the fuel trims behave under certain conditions. So today we're going to focus on the intake manifold gasket from this Toyota Yaris hybrid. So with that being said, let's go ahead and remove the intake manifold from this car. Then you've got two 10mm bolts. And the housing should come out. And this hose clamp can be opened with your hand. Make sure you don't pierce these hoses when you use this pick. Okay. I've got this out of the way. We've got this coolant hose, which comes from the throttle body and goes to the Agr valve here. Down here we've got the electric water pump or coolant pump. From this point it comes a coolant hose to the throttle body. So as you can see, we've got the coolant lever right here, and the best is to disconnect the hose from here because it's almost the same level as on the coolant reservoir, which means that coolant will not flow out. Now the throttle body is held on by 3 bolts, so you're gonna need a 10mm. And the throttle body is out. Okay, so I'm gonna keep the throttle body on the side here. Now it's disconnected from the intake manifold, that's what I care about. Now we need to take out this Agr hose. To do that, we're gonna need a 12mm for these two. Now down there is this vacuum line for the evaporative system. Let's take it out. Alright. Now on the side here you're gonna find a bracket which holds the manifold from the lower side. Okay, so now we go to this point. There are only 5 bolts to remove. Actually 2 nuts on the sides here and 3 bolts in the middle. They are pretty tight. Now they are out, and the intake manifold should come out as well. I've got the knock sensor and the crankshaft position sensor. And now we've got this plastic clip here. You've got this tube here which contains coolant, which comes, as you can see, from the electric water pump. Now on the intake manifold, as you can see, there is some oil leaking from it, and that's not a good sign. This car might have more oil than necessary, or we need a new PCV valve. But anyway, let's inspect the gaskets, because we've got some points here where the gasket it sits lower than these two small surfaces, which means that is not sealing. For example, here is okay, but if you look back here, it sits lower than these two surfaces. So you want to see it like this, okay? You want to see orange. And as you can see on all the cylinders on lower part, the gasket is more flattened, is more worn up. Let's clean this contact surface and a little bit inside because this car is burning oil. Now the intake manifold is cleaned inside as much as possible. The new gasket is on, so let's install it. First, this large PCV hose with the heat exchanger. Let's tie them first without a torque wrench. Now let's torque them to 22 foot-pounds. On the throttle body you need 11 Newton meters. Let's reconnect this hose. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. It's free for you and you get a lot of free videos about how to repair different issues and maintain different cars. So stay tuned and I will see you in the next video.